education. How and why use film, movies in education? A few things that I had want to mention is movie adaptations, documentaries, YouTube are a great way to use these films in education. For the young learners, movies are a great way for students to observe, connect, and a great way to have kids focus. But not just focusing, also to a great way to use their observation skills, and a way for them to recall of what they just saw. Another great way is watching the film adaptation of a book that the students have already read. Documentaries is a great way for connections throughout the real world or themselves, and documentaries have the ability to educate as well. YouTube, because nowadays everyone uses YouTube to learn, such as explaining things differently, and there's instructional videos. And you can find a lot of things on YouTube, even ideas for teachers, things or experiments for kids, any ideas. Scholastic Appropriateness. Scholastic Appropriateness should be respect both age and individuals that each child or student needs. Film, movies allows the student to see life through different perspective, maybe see some things that have never seen before, or learn something new from the film. It helps to understand the concepts such as theme, genre, and style. Content-specific film are appropriate to enhance teachers' lesson. Some ways to directly know is to watch the student or observe the students in action if they are engaged, and to be understanding rather than being bored or frustrated. Then that meaning is probably appropriate for the kids. Methodology for ESL Learning and Emotional Learning. I had put down ESL Learning because there are some great ways. I feel like every class has ESL students, so I want to add in there is learning culture, learning language, and for emotional learning, children don't always understand how they're feeling. It helps put words to emotion and reflective thinking. A methodology for teaching film to ESL students includes having them watch for new vocabulary words and new aspects of a different culture. This requires an introduction to the new terms and them seeing if students can recognize them in a made situation. This connects a methodology of teaching younger students about emotions through film. The acting in films creates a safe, familiar space where students can recognize things that happen to them for which they may not be able to describe in words. Like with ESL students, teachers must describe new ideas to the students before having them watch the films or ask them to look for connections to their own lives, to which after the film the whole class can discuss about. This can help create more critical and reflective thinking skills among the students. Scaffolding activities to complement the film movie. Possible scaffolding activities that I would use are a handout that students will have to compare and contrast from movie versus book, such as a Venn diagram. They could read a book first, watch a movie after. It could be the same exact thing, or it can be different but similarities into it, and they can describe what they saw differently in the book and the movie, or something that was the same. I would also would like to use the film review about a review about the film that we just watched, and some questions that I would ask are: did you like the film? Why not? What was your favorite part? And then I would have my students draw out their favorite part of the scene or film, such as what I have here, this image on the slide. Useful assessment ideas. Some useful assessment ideas would be multiple choice questions about the movie, film, or verbal questions, as I will tell my students questions and they will answer verbally as well, or short response questions, or maybe an essay for older kids. I would also have my students answer short question response through the film. So while they are watching the film, they are going to answer short response questions just to make sure they are engaged and connected, and that's a good way to have an assessment throughout the the course. Can you use film, movie in teaching math, science, etc.? Yes, you can use film, movies in teaching in all subjects because, for in fact, the Bill Nye the Science Guy, you can find this on YouTube for free. You can find all the episodes. It's usually, it was a show. They have stopped doing that, but you can find the video on YouTube. It has all different kinds of sciences that kids can learn. Brain Pop is another one that teachers could use. Excuse me. Because it has all subjects that it teaches, and it also has assessments at the end of the film that kids could or students that students could answer. The Magic School Bus is something that I really like and that I would use because I would watch this as a kid myself. It is a cartoon, but you can find all episodes on YouTube. These episodes have different kinds of subjects, and they're really fun and very colorful for kids to be engaged. Another one that I would like to use is Schoolhouse Rock. You can find this on YouTube as well. Find all episodes. It's mainly for English, social studies, but it's very useful. And these are my resources that I had used throughout my presentation. Thank you.